Hello, Just Too Good here, back on another review, and today we're reviewing another LEGO Scooby-Doo 2015 set number 75901. It's called the Mystery Plane Adventures. It has 128 pieces, 3 minifigures if you count Scooby-Doo as a minifigure, and it retails for $20 in the United States. I got it from Toys R Us, and now let's take a look at the minifigures. So the first minifigure we'll take a look at is Shaggy. This one actually has a really cool 2x2 printed tile that's exclusive to this set in terms of its printing, and it does kind of set the scene for this set because it's showing that the Headless Horseman kind of stole a little trophy, and he is just kind of the standard Shaggy that's found throughout the sets. The only difference is this one has kind of a different, one of the two face prints that Shaggy has. This one has a little smiling face with no teeth showing. You can compare that to the other version of him. And on the back of his face, he has kind of just really nervous look with his teeth showing, which the other version just kind of has his nervous look with no teeth showing. So that's kind of cool to have two variations of him. And now let's go on to the next minifigure. And here is Scooby-Doo. This version is the sitting down version, which appears in about half of the sets. And his face print is actually exclusive to the set and very much fits the scene of the set, kind of like how the Shaggy minifigure in the Lighthouse set is exclusive and it fits the scene of the set. And this sitting down version actually uses the same system as the standing up version, where it uses this one headpiece which fits onto this little pole right here. And the sitting down mold, you could kind of compare it to the standing up mold. You can see they're basically the same size. I kind of like how they kept that, but it's just this sitting down because you obviously can't kind of move this around to make it stand up. This one, interestingly enough, doesn't have a rubber tail. It's just kind of plastic, so that's kind of interesting. But other than that, it actually just fits on studs by having two reverse studs right here. It's two stuff that could fit on studs, and then this kind of whole part will just kind of stand over whatever stud system you have. So that's it, and now let's go on to the next minifigure. And here is the Headless Horseman, which is actually a very cool minifigure that's accurate to the show. And he does have a new exclusive torso print on him. He holds the little stolen trophy and his sword. And he actually uses the old style of cape. It's not the new one that they use in the superheroes line, which I kind of wish they would have used that because it kind of gets bent up when you put him on the horse. You see he does have some nice back printing there. My favorite part of the minifigure is this little pumpkin head he has, which only appears in one other set, which is the big Mystery Mansion set. So it's nice to get this in this cheap $20 set. That's a very cool molding right there. You can see it kind of fits a minifigure head, and it just kind of goes over the minifigure headpiece like that. It's made out of two plastics too from the looks of it, so you could kind of make a minifigure hold the top of the pumpkin head if you'd like. So you could just kind of clip onto their hands like that. But other than that, the minifigure himself actually does have an alternate face, which is the secret identity of the Headless Horseman. And that's actually pretty accurate to the show as well. So you could just kind of switch around that face and unmask the villain to reveal his true identity. For the set itself, you get this little biplane, and then you get this little horse. So here's the Mystery Plane build. Very cool build, and it reminds me a lot of just the flying version of the Mystery Machine, and I think that works out very well. Of course, there's some stickers to kind of illustrate those patterns, and they use a lot of the colors from the Mystery Machine, like the azure and the lime. It all works very well. These are all stickers right on the side right here. On the front, there's a little sticker on this disc, and the propeller works very well. They also even have some flying gear right here for these front wheels, and you could just kind of make it kind of have a takeoff, and I kind of like that. And also on the side, you can see there's some more of those stickers. There's some push missiles actually with these little sandwiches right here, which if you push these down, you kind of drop a sandwich, and it makes, or it kind of shows on the box that you drop it on the Headless Horseman, which is kind of silly. And those use these nice printed sandwich pieces right here, which are pretty darn cool. I like how those came out. And the sandwich build itself is pretty easy and reminiscent of like the Krabby Patty builds from the SpongeBob line. But you do get two of those with the two printed pieces. And for the actual inside cockpit area, not much, I guess, detailing or anything. There's just one little control stick. And you can fit about two minifigures snugly. We got Scooby in the front because he has those little flying goggles, and he'd probably be the pilot because of that. And then Shaggy in the back because these little grooves right here allow him to hold the newspaper. And other than that, I mean, we basically went over all the details on this plane. It's a very simple build, but it does look very nice. One last thing, though, is that this little chain right here is actually meant for Shaggy to hold on to it. And basically when Scooby takes, I guess, the pilot thing and or takes the pilot position, and Shaggy kind of wants to just knock out the Headless Horseman, you kind of make him hold on to this chain right here and just kind of make him fly around. So here's the horse for the Headless Horseman. Very standard, just Lego horse, that's the new style. And he does have a little saddle right here, which you could switch out if you don't want to include a minifigure or make a minifigure ride it. to make it look like a complete horse. Different little parts of posability like always. And if you want to put the minifigure, which would be the Headless Horseman, you just stick the saddle back on, and he kind of just drapes over here with his body, and his cape unfortunately kind of gets a little bit bent once you put him on, which I wish they would have used a newer style cape to make it not get bent. But that's it for the horse, and now let's go on to the packaging of the set and the final verdict. And for the box of the set, it's that thin $20 box size, pretty nice design, and the booklet right here doesn't have too many interesting stuff other than like an advertisement for the sets on the back and for that little zapper ad. So overall, the LEGO Scooby-Doo Mystery Plane Adventures is a pretty darn good set. It's one of those that will really appeal to kids because of how fun it is to just swoosh around the plane and knock stuff over and everything like that. But also for adults, it'll be really cool because not only nostalgic purposes, because of how accurate those characters are to the show, but there's some great pieces here with some of those nice azure colors and those lime colors. And also those nice prints make it look like they went above and beyond for just making this more of something that would, or more of an incentive to buy the set. Like I really like the nice printing on Scooby-Doo's headpiece and that little newspaper clipping with the exclusive print, and then the stuff on the Headless Horseman. So I will give this set a B+. Pretty darn good for a $20 license set, but then again, there's a lot of darn good $20 license sets. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and you could express your thoughts on the sets down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.